goes. You probably heard about it already, but we're going to talk about it. Supporting the US election. YouTube decides to go and totally jump that 230 shark. Yeah. After almost literally getting the Conservatives and the Republicans to try and remove 230, YouTube decides to quadruple down and prove that they're still a publisher, not a platform. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about this. So over the past weeks and months, we've seen people coming to YouTube to learn more about where and how to vote and learning about a candidate or an issue. Well, they learned about one candidate, they necessarily didn't see information about the other one. Especially when it came harmful, talking about a certain laptop or, dealings with certain countries. And we've seen people turn to YouTube for the latest election results in a simple to follow and historical event with the highest voting turnout in over a century. Yeah, even dead people voted. That was cool. Our main goal going to the election season was to make sure we're connecting people with authoritative information, meaning information that they want you to see, while also eliminating the reach of misinformation and receiving harmful content. They mean harmful to their candidate. The work here is ongoing and we've wanted to provide an update. So they're removing content that violates our policies. Our community guidelines prohibit spam, scams, and other manipulated media, coordinated influence operations, and content that seeks to incite violence. Okay, none of that happened yet that I know of, right? And obviously all those should be deleted. At least the inciting violence should be anyway. Since September, we've terminated over 3,000 channels and thousands of harmful and misleading election-relating videos for violating our existing policies. So they reckon they've terminated 8,000 channels for prohibited spam, scams, or other manipulated media, coordinated influence operations, and any content that seeks to incite violence. And they're claiming that's 8,000 election videos or US election response videos, channels. So I don't know how 8,000 channels. They said terminate over 8,000 channels and thousands of harmful and misleading video-related videos. I don't know how those tie into your operation guidelines. You're up here saying we prohibit spam, scam, and other manipulated videos and all blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, we've also terminated 8,000 channels and thousands of harmful, misleading election-related videos. It's nice how you're trying to link those two together, but unless there was a misleading election video that talked about prohibited scams, spams, or other manipulated media or coordinated influence operations, then they shouldn't have been deleted, right? Just saying. Over 77% of those videos have been taken down before they had over 100 views. We also worked to make sure that we had line between what is removed and what is allowed is drawn in the right place. Yeah, which is why you're constantly getting dragged in front of Congress, right? Our policies prohibit misleading viewers about where and how to vote, and we also disallow content alleging widespread fraud or errors changed the outcome of a historical election. But you didn't take down a single video when it came to Russia. You know, that misinformation that you're so keen to influence and shut down. You know, that whole piece of, for 2.5 years we kept hearing about Russia. Russia hacked the election. Remember that? Russia hacked the voting machines. Remember that? What did they do? They ended up buying Facebook ads. That's how they hacked the election. They brought Facebook ads. That's some hacking. But regardless, right? So you care so much about misinformation when it comes to election results that you leave up the conspiracy theory, which has been thoroughly debunked, including spending $30-something million by Congress to investigate. Leave those up, but golly gosh, anybody talks about 2020 election and oh boy, Gotta get rid of those videos quick, smart. It's like you're a political organisation and a publisher, not a platform. President-elect. However, in some cases, that meant allowing controversial views and other to the outcome of processing counting votes, and current elections have worked with the finalised counts. Yesterday was the safe haven deadline for the US president election. Sort of. And enough states have certified the election results to determine a president-elect. No, they haven't. See, this is the thing. Your safe haven deadline only works if it's not a contested election. And third video for the day, spoiler alert, Texas suing 3 or 4 states, 4 battleground states. I would call that a contested election. I don't know about you. That would be my theory. Crazy, I know. But just let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below, right? Yeah. Given that, we will start removing any piece of content uploaded today or any other after that misleads people by alleging a widespread fraud or errors change the outcome of the 2020 president election. In other words, they're going to be more of a publisher than a platform than they already are. Remove 230. Well, not remove, but redesign. Alleging was election in line with our approach. Okay, uploaded today only after misleading people alleging widespread voter fraud or errors change the outcome of the election in line with our approach towards historical US president elections. For example, we removed videos claiming that president candidate won the election due to widespread software glitches or counting errors. You know you're over a target when you take the most fire. Just saying. We'll begin enforcing this policy today and ramp up with weeks to come. As always, news coverage and commentary on these issues can remain on our site if there is sufficient education, documentary, scientific, or artistic context from reputable sources that they deem are acceptable, is what they meant to say. Now, at the end of the day, well, I think this is going to backfire more than they already think it's going to. For a start, this is just YouTube proving that they are a publisher and not a platform. If anybody was in doubt that 230 needed to get reworked, this will do it. If anybody's sitting on the fence line going, look, I know YouTube's bad, but, do we really want to edit 230? This is going to push them over the edge. People are going to look at this and go, wow, okay. So if anybody challenges the election, and it's not anybody, it's a bit of a hyperbole argument. There's certain arguments you can make, but there's certain arguments you can't. Look, to be honest, if these people that claim the election was overturned because of widespread voter fraud, right? I'm not saying whether I've said that or not in the past, but regardless, if people say that and they've got no proof to back it up, they're going to look like idiots. At the end of the day, the only person they're hurting is themselves. Not only that, but if people want to know about this content, they're going to head to Rumble. They're going to head to Chute. There is a reason why these platforms are taking mass amounts of new subscriptions. Hell, even I made an account on Rumble. Even I started uploading for a little time there. I've got to keep doing it. Even I started uploading to Rumble. I'll probably upload today's videos. Now, at the end of the day, if you want Rumble and BitChute to keep growing, keep censoring people. Keep finding out what will happen if you keep suppressing people's views. Because I tell you now, I don't care about the money. I really don't. If I go to Rumble and I get a following and I get 1,000 views on a video, for example, and I get 10 cents, I'm going to be fine with that. Because to me, it's more about the message than the money. And I don't know what Rumble's monetary policies are like, whatever. But at the end of the day, banning people or deleting videos or whatever it may be that you're planning on doing, I think they're going to delete videos up until the day of inauguration. After that, they'll just start issuing strikes. So at the end of the day, it's going to be funny if Trump gets inaugurated again. But at the end of the day, like, this is just... You're going to force people to act on 230. Maybe that's what they want. Maybe that's what they want because then they can just start banning people because of fear of lawyers. Personally, I think going through and editing 230 and making it so that there is a free speech amendment to 230 would be a far better decision than completely removing it. But regardless. But guys, yeah, so YouTube, more draconian than ever. Welcome to the publisher that is YouTube. It is no longer a platform, it is now a publisher. And if you have any different opinion than what they're pushing out, you are a dissentant and you need to be suppressed, squashed, or removed from the platform. By the way, welcome to Xi Jinping, the new head of CEO of YouTube, because they're heading down that road of Chinese dictatorship. They really, really are. This is the stuff that you see in China. This is the stuff that you see that makes them look authoritarian. This is the left. Welcome to the resistance. I should change my YouTube channel now. We'll call ourselves the Resistance. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Third video coming up for the day. Going to talk about Texas. I love Texas. Ted Cruz. Wow, look at that. Ted Cruz. Gross set. Who would have thought? Guys, we'll see you in the next video. Have a great night and enjoy.